Little focus back here at home. U.S. politicians who want to slap China with penalties for keeping its currency weak may have more ammunition now, thanks to a report from the Peterson Institute. Sara Eisen is with me right here. And Sara, it feels like there's, I guess, some damning evidence finally?
Well, it's campaign season, Deirdre, and that means lots of rhetoric in the air, not a lot of facts. But now the Peterson Institute, a nonpartisan think tank, is coming out with some hard data, a research report backing up those politicians who say China's weak currency hurts America. Here's the author of the report and how much is really at stake for the U.S.
A 20% appreciation of China's currency would increase the U.S. trade balance by about $80 billion. So the trade balance, that'd be about more than half a percentage point of GDP.
More than half a percentage point of GDP, growth equals jobs, and that 20% appreciation for the yuan, by the way, isn't unrealistic. It's about how much China let its currency rise back in 2005 through 2008. You can see it there right before it sort of steadied. That was the last time it revalued. And remember, this report is key because politicians like Senator Chuck Schumer have been blaming China for breaking free trade rules, hurting U.S. exports, costing U.S. jobs, and now studies like this one really give fuel to those politicians' political fire.
But the Chinese can say that the yuan has been allowed to appreciate, and I guess the Americans just say, yeah, but not enough to make a difference, right?
True. Recently, back in June, China promised it would revalue, and it did. You can see the yuan went up against the dollar since then. But just to put this in perspective, that gain is only 0.4%. It's barely a gain in currency terms. Larry Summers, president's top economic advisor, is in Beijing right now, partly to complain about the yuan. But the message out of China is the same. The pressure from the outside will not influence the value of the yuan. And that is probably just angering those in Washington even more. So you can expect to hear a whole lot more about this coming up before the election.
Yeah, the old midterms. All right, Sara, thank you very much. Sara Eisen there on this tricky dialogue about the Chinese yuan.